Let's see, how long have they been running a 3-guard setup? Because if it's been a long time, it might be a good idea to try something different.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
But a lot of reds. Decent off
What?
defensive ratings.
Ugh. Yeah, a lot of reds. Good. People, we've said this already. Green is the best Christmas color. This broadcast is brought to you by the color green, the best Christmas color there is. Use it.
Use as directed.
Yes. Apply directly to the forehead.
Okay, it looks like they've been running the 3-guard lineup for most of the year, in which case I definitely say they need to stop doing that. It is clearly not working for them.
Work on them butterfingers, people.
It's not so much that, it's clearly 3-guard lineup, even though, yes, Malone. Obviously, you want to keep Catherine DeMille as their point guard because top 5. But that means either Malone or Silvius will have to go out, stop being a starter. Unless, of course, they screwed themselves over and both were promised starter position. If both were promised starter position on their contracts, and the team is pretty much screwed. But the 3-guard setup has been leading them to a 12 and 24 rating. So clearly, they need to try something different.
Malone's a older.
He could be a swing, isn't he?
No, he's not. Matthew
Silvius is a guard forward swing, so.
I would say put Malone probably out of starting because he's getting he's an older player, oldish player, and holy crap, that's.
Let's see. Last time they ran something that wasn't a 3-guard lineup was November 17th, and that was because Malone was injured.
Did they win that one? I can actually look. Hang on, I got the schedule. I can look at that. November 17th. That. Let's see.
And then November 22nd, they went back to a 3-guard.
They've been running 3-guard for a long time. Cause good God, there's. What? Am I reading this right? So they had a. You're saying Dakota had a switch the 3-guard lineup on the
November 17th. They switched. Malone was injured, so they put Silvius went down to shooting guard, and then Dylan went up to small forward.
Right. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong month there.
And then on November 22nd, he recovered, and then they went back. On that one, they had Silvius went to the backup bench. Actually, they kept with that. And then on November 26th, they went back to the 3-guard setup.
They won one game whenever that happened, and they lost the. They lost
1 and 2 when they tried something different, but clearly the 3-guard setup is not working for them.
Yeah. I like all those characters. I like Silvius. I like
They're all really good, but the problem is it's clearly not working.
The problem is they need a good shooting guard. They have that in Matthew Silvius and also Ryan Malone, but someone needs to be the bigger man and step down and get one of their forwards back up if they want to have a hope of actually turning their asses around. And I mean that with all due respect. I do like Dakota. And I like the competition rivalry between Texas and Dakota. But if you're gonna just lay down and let everyone roll you over just because of a 3-guard lineup at starting, that's
not cool.
I mean,
not
it's one
cool.
thing. It's like, if it was doing more, but it's you've been running this all season and
it's not working.
It's not been working. You need to try something else. Do they have anyone to really make up for it, though?
They got either Raphael or Adrian McCormick. That's really all they got for forwards. They need to sign another solid forward. That's one note right there. Sign a solid forward out of the D League.
Because that's also the main issue. If you look at all of the PERs, Dylan is the only... he's the only one that is not a guard or a guard forward that has even above average PER.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you have Sixtra too, but I think Sixtra is also a guard forward.
Wait, which one? Dylan Redfield?
No, Sammy Sixtra, yeah. So Dylan Redfield is the only one that does not have a guard as the first spot that has above average PER.
Yeah, and he's not even a guard either, so yeah.
Well, like I said, everyone else that has above average is either a guard or a guard forward.
Exactly.
So that is a major issue. You need to trade for someone that has above average. That's not.
Dakota, you guys need to go shopping. Sign some random Joe off the street. Go for it. What do you got to lose? Plus, you got money for... You got enough cap, I believe. You got like 20 mil, I believe we said already.
So that might be why they're running a 3-guard, because they don't have anyone else to put him.
Yeah.
Is there Cassidy Whitelatch? How is Whitelatch been doing?
Oh, I don't want to click there one.
Not bad. They have good defensive rebounding. Yeah, the only way Dakota I can see turning this around is they need to... Clearly 3-guard is not working for them. They need to get more good bigs or good forwards.
That they do, and they got 20.5. They got 20.5 mil. They can do it.
Yeah, they can do it, even if it... And they have an extra person, too, so they can...
They got enough money on them.
They could do a sort of team that has someone that's sort of good, but not good enough to be starter. They could go to a team and say, okay, we're going to pick up that, and then we're going to pick up a player that you really want to get rid of. So you can do a 2-for-1 trade.
Or they can do 30-day contracts on certain forwards until they find someone that can be cohesive enough for the team to get what they need.
Yeah, that's another thing they can do. But like I said, that is an option they have the money to do, is they can do a 2-for-1 trade of if you have a team that's a good power forward, like even like an example, I know they won't do it, they could go over to, say, Alaska, who has Alphonse, or was it Hawaii? think it's Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Alphonse is Hawaii.
I don't think there's any way.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any way
I
Betsy
don't
will
think
trade
they
him.
will, but it's like Alphonse, Gooney, and Zach Tate. You have the three of them, and that are all really good. So maybe say, okay, I'll take Gooney, or I'll take Alphonse and someone else the team really doesn't want, like say PRs. Biashem, who has a negative PR despite playing 570 minutes. So it's like, yeah, we'll take Alphonse and Biashem from you. And then give you, and then we'll give you one person, give you a guard or something. Though they're not bad on guards. But we'll give you one of our guards for Biashem and Alphonse. So you're getting a good one, but this is just an example. I don't think Betsy will do this, but
No,
it's a 2-for-1 trade, getting one good one and then one bad one, and then you give them someone so that you're getting one good per player.
yeah, Boss would be shooting herself in the foot if she did that, but yeah, that's one example of something you could be doing. Or yeah, just talk around the league a little bit, see what you can find, and even heck, like I said, shop free agency to not free agency, the D League until you find somebody.
Problem is that's going to be very hit and miss, and even then, it might not be enough.
It may not be enough, but you still have the money to do it, and you got at least the cap to at least find someone who's good, and if they're good, you can hit.
Well, they have the cap space that they're almost better off, like I said, trying to hunt down, find a team that has a good player that's just being underutilized, and if need be, do a 2-for-1 trade to make it more enticing, to grab them and someone the team wants to get rid of.
Yeah, we got.
Because I'm sure there are a lot of teams that's like, I want to get rid of this guy, but no one will want him.
Yeah, we're circling around the bench there, and we got one more team left. Are we about done?
Yeah, let's go on to Plymouth. Last team.
Plymouth.
The last team.
First assessment.
Last team.
6-6 second assessment. 2-13 third since then. So they started picking themselves up, and then they went on a massive slide again.
Crash.
The only note on the team is Nina Lime, third worst turnover rate in the league.
Oh, that's not good. Eric's great, and Rocky's been good. Travis Butner's been good, and that's pretty much it.
So is Rocky back as their starter?
I think so. Is Cheese still hurt? Cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger with a small fry. I think he might be cleared. Let me look at the disabled list.
Yes, Cheeseburger is cleared. There's only 3 people currently injured. Perimonius, Lance Freewell, and Bo Dappermont.
Yeah. Actually, Bo Dappermont should be cleared by game time on Tuesday, so.
Alright, so he's...
Monday.
Well, they're going to pick out who their best starters are and then try to just cobble something together with the bench if they can't trade for anybody. Waylon Stone stinks, and Waylon Stone's got a good defensive rating.
Well, the problem is the team is... one thing we said is try a 0-2. It looks like they've been still running as 2-0. I'm going to leave that there as a possible thing to try. I don't know if they tried it and abandoned it. I'd have to look, but they're at least currently on a 2-0. Anton is another of those. I am very disappointed with how he's been playing. Yet again, it's none of my draft candidates can shoot. He has a 55 offensive rating.
Yeah.
Sarah, my girl, I love you. Are you? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.